Hey, what's up everyone? Tyler here with Secure Team, and welcome back to another video chock full of more UFO strangeness and or other unexplained phenomena happening around the world. So this first clip that I want to review right out of the gate that you just witnessed, well, it probably looks a little bit similar to something that you may have seen recently. And so to preface, this new piece of UFO footage that was uploaded to the web and is slowly gaining traction of what many are describing as a clear UFO that is in the shape of a metallic saucer or disc-shaped object making its way through the skies over San Clemente, California in April of this year. And you've probably noticed that this footage looks eerily similar to that totally mind-blowing and almost identical UFO footage captured from that private plane with the pilot and the model inside. They were flying over Colombia, featured in, I think it was my most recent YouTube video, of yet another metallic craft that has to bank suddenly to avoid hitting this private plane. If you remember that, you can definitely see the similarities to this new footage here over California, and so there is a striking resemblance here. And if the two objects are linked, well, it would certainly and obviously give validity to the first piece of footage, but all in all, from everything I've been watching lately, the sightings of these unidentified objects are ramping up. I mean, my guess is as good as yours, so tell me what you think about this footage down below. Amazing stuff, had to post it. Could it be a drone? A balloon? I don't know. This thing looks pretty thin. It looks like it's moving with purpose, and yet another, bizarre, mysterious clip. So put your comments and thoughts down below the video. And here, next, a viewer-submitted clip. This time we don't have a lot of information about it, but I could care a little bit less of the exact location as long as it's legit and really interesting video of something unnatural. And so it would appear we have that with this new clip, taken vertically, where we have a few people walking around some beautiful canyons and witness these two orbs sitting in the sky, and where at one point towards the end of the video, one of the orbs disappears, but the other suddenly jets off out into the distance at an extremely high rate of speed. So check this out.
Look at that.
Fuck.
That's a UFO.
It's not a UFO.
That's a UFO.
Yeah, okay. Have it come pick us up then.
It's not a UFO.
That's a UFO.
Dropping flares or some shit?
Look.
Oh shit!
It's gone.
Oh fuck!
Okay, so if you didn't see it, I'm going to show you some enhanced shots here, and where I've added some black and white filtering to more bring out these objects, but just watch and, there's not much more I can say other than this also, if legit, and I haven't seen anything to the contrary, is yet another piece of hair-raising footage depicting something I believe other than a drone or another man-made object. These things look like glowing balls of plasma, and the speed with which this object blasts off into the distance, it left me totally astonished. So I'll try to get more information on this footage, and if I do, I will update you guys in the next video. Now next, I want to show you guys a couple of still images that were emailed to me. And by the way, if you have your own UFO footage or just a strange UFO related story or anything that has to do with the subject of this channel, upload your footage to YouTube and then email me the link to the footage or the news story to the email down in the video description, secureteamnews@gmail.com, and I will get to it as soon as I can. The viewer of this stated in his email that he had noticed what appeared to him to be some strange or, anomalous, to say the least, objects sort of just sitting up in the clouds. He took a couple of images and he described these things as, quote, strange black things in the clouds. He said, quote, "I adjusted the pics myself. See what you think. Top right corner in the clouds." And so you're seeing the original image here that he took, and this is the contrast enhanced version. And if you haven't seen them, we'll go ahead and zoom in. And then he also sent me a third image of a zoomed in shot that has been cropped and depicts the actual objects that he's speaking of. So yeah, the viewer didn't say anything more. This came from David, so big thanks to David. But, other than that they were strange black things sitting up in the clouds, it's nothing new. There are things in our skies just as there are unknown things outside of our planet monitoring us, entering our atmosphere and leaving. These things are up there. We don't know what they are. They come in all shapes and sizes, as I've documented for 10 years now on this channel. So there's definitely something in the clouds here, and very, very eerie. So next, we have yet another viewer-submitted piece of footage with the basic description that the viewer recorded with his Nikon P900 camera, known for its massive zoom lens, which allows you to get up insanely close to the moon, captured 2 UFOs and a possible third in this nighttime footage. He says, quote, "Yesterday, I was filming the full moon with my Nikon P900 and captured 2 UFOs flying over the moon's surface. At 1 minute 20 seconds before the cam is shaking, you can see the first one in the upper left coming into view of the camera, and you can still see it moving on the surface in a non-linear direction, and nearly stops at one point to change its direction in a 90-degree angle to the upper right and out of view as it disappeared. The second one then came into view at the lower right and passes from right to left, also in a non-linear way. The viewer further stated that there were no way that these were satellites, and that after the second UFO disappeared, what he thinks may be a bat also crosses the frame, which is equally strange to me in the way it moves. And now I will go ahead and zoom in on each UFO as they passed. Okay, so yeah, this was captured on June 2nd of this year. Definitely unidentified objects. I also have a Nikon P1000, which is essentially the same camera. So whatever these objects are, they are much closer to the moon than they are to the camera. And while the first 2 objects could be anything, I mean, they are definitely far out there, either above the moon or in space. The jury's out on what those could be. Now, the last UFO passing by that he said he thought could have maybe been a bat flying past the moon, well, the more I watched this and looped it over, which I'll do here, the more I started to think that maybe this wasn't a bat, because if you watch it, it almost looks as if rather than we are seeing wings of something flapping, this object looks like it is spinning over and over and over, and that could potentially also be in space, albeit maybe more in the middle in between Earth and the moon as opposed to closer or right above the moon. When I saw this, it instantly reminded me of an oldie but goodie piece of NASA footage. I believe it was from one of the Apollo missions, or actually it may be from the International Space Station, but back in the day I featured a clip of a UFO caught passing by the Earth high above that was dubbed and is known as the boomerang UFO, spinning at many thousands of times per minute into the frame of the camera. And that is what this UFO above the moon, or near it, or somewhere between Earth and our lunar neighbor, it reminds me of. This thing looks like yet another boomerang type UFO, but I will let you guys be the judge of that. You think it's a bat? If so, put it down below. And lastly today, going off of the UFO subject a little bit because I haven't talked about this in a few videos now, but it's no secret that I have covered many hundreds of times over here on the channel, the phenomenon of mystery booms and unexplained sounds that have and continue to rock cities and towns across the world, with many believing that something massive is moving underground, rattling your windows. And well, we have a new story out of Flint, Michigan here, where, as you're seeing in the news report from April 30th, 2023, these unexplained mystery booms have continued. And now we have city council members of the town asking the feds or the FBI to please help them find the source of these mystery booms that, quote, felt like fireworks underground. And so, in a nutshell, it would seem that Michigan has become a battleground of unexplained phenomena. For years, the Rolling Wood neighborhood has been plagued by mysterious and powerful booms that shake the ground beneath their feet. Councilman Quincy Murphy, along with the bewildered residents, have searched tirelessly for answers, but the source remains elusive. Annette Reynolds, president of Rolling Wood Neighborhood Association, described the unsettling nature of these booms. They strike without warning, with no discernible pattern, with an intensity that varies, leaving residents on edge and fearing what lies beneath the surface. And now the city council has called upon the state and federal government for assistance, but so far, their quest for answers has been met with silence. And Flint is not alone in this ordeal. Similar booms have reverberated across the globe, from Mojave County, Arizona, to distant corners of Utah, Massachusetts, and Oklahoma. A web of unexplained disturbances stretches far and wide, connecting these seemingly disparate incidents. And as we have puzzled over before, could it be a hidden hand at play, concealing something of monumental significance? Are underground constructions or even encounters with extraterrestrial forces part of this enigma? Some believe it is underground construction that could be part of some sort of massive underground railway system, or sounds that could be caused by something of more of an off-planet type nature, from stories of reptilian alien beings living under the surface since man first walked upright, to some of the craziest theories that you could possibly think up on your own. But one thing's for sure, something is happening in Flint, Michigan. They're asking the feds for help. One of the townspeople is quoted as saying that it's hard to explain what it is, and that this, quote, happens on random days at random times, and that to me it sounds like something is blowing up underground, and that you can feel the floor shake. And all of the residents agree that not knowing what's causing the noises and what's causing people's homes to shake from something beneath is extremely scary. And make no mistake, residents are describing these sounds as explosions. Now, to note here, in 2013, after East Side residents in the same area complained of hearing similar periodic booms that rattled the walls of their homes, police acknowledged the department maintained a bomb range in the area at an undisclosed location, but didn't confirm it was connected to the sounds. However, when it comes to these new sounds occurring in Flint, local law enforcement has said this week that the bomb range has been ruled out officially as being the source of the booms. So, whatever these things are, it's not coming from any bomb range in the area. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I just wanted to show you guys clips, not talk too much. Leave a comment down below. Like this video if you enjoyed it. It really helps with the algorithm. The strangeness continues, and so will our mission to uncover the secrets and answers behind them. Follow me on all of my social media for updates and other little tidbits of news. All of that is down below, and I will see you all back in just a bit. Stay safe.